Welcome back, Devils fans. It is your host, Ace, here on Running with the Devils, where we are talking New Jersey Devils hockey all year long. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, share with a friend. Thank you very much. And your New Jersey Devils, flying high off of a huge 4-1 victory over the St. Louis Blues the other night, head to Columbus, looking to win the elusive fourth consecutive game for the first time since January 14th of 2023. Nearly 2 full calendar years ago, and unfortunately, they came up short again. The third chance at it this season to win 4 in a row. The previous 2 chances were thwarted on home ice in both shutout losses. The first time the Devils were going for 4 in a row this year, got shut out 1-0 by Mackenzie Blackwood and the Sharks at the Rock. And then the second time they had a chance to win 4 in a row, they were shut out 3-0 by Binnington and the Blues. And heading to Columbus trying to get it done, unfortunately came up short, losing 4-2. And it looked like for a lot of the game that it was going to be another shutout loss. Painful one. Devils played great. I'll get to all that in a little bit. But let's just go over the scoring. First period, Aston Reese driving the net. Allen makes the save. The rebound's just sitting there. Pesce and Mercer both unable to locate the puck. Don't know what's going on there. Provorov puts it in, giving Columbus a 1-0 lead at 7:55. Another one of those plays where you just scratch your head and you're like, what the hell happened there? But, they lost track of the puck. It's just sitting there. Provorov comes and puts it in. Columbus leads 1-0. That's how the first period ended. And after the first, I was like, okay. I wasn't too worried. Devils giving up the first goal. Again, that's been a recurring theme in more games than not this year. Something that's kind of hung over this team from last season as somewhat of a disturbing trend. But they've overcame it so many times, and it didn't seem like they were getting dominated at any point of the first period, so I didn't really worry too much. I was like, all right, they'll come back. Big second period. We get to the second period. Midway through, Columbus on the power play. They're passing it around on the power play. Werenski rips one from the point with some traffic in front, and it just goes right through Allen. He never saw it. Lots of traffic in front, and when you throw pucks on the net, sometimes the goalie never sees it, and it'll get in there. Similar to how Dylan scored against the Blues. With traffic in front and goalie screened, throw pucks on net and hope for the best. Werenski gets one on the power play, giving Columbus a 2-0 lead at 9:36. And at that point, I was a little worried. I was like, okay, Merzlikins is kind of locked in. We're down 2-0. We're halfway through the game. I'm not panicking yet, but I feel a little bit uneasy. And then full nauseousness set in a little while later. At 13:58, Dougie with a pretty weak clearing attempt. And Columbus immediately just throws it towards net. Allen makes the save, but the puck just sits there. It comes right to Monahan, and he just pops it up and over Allen into the net for the 3-0 lead at 13:58. That's how the second period ended. And at that point, I was like, we're going to need a miracle now. 3-0 going into the third period. Merzlikins, again, looking locked in, was just seeing everything. We were getting pretty good chances throughout, and it seemed like one of those nights that we were destined to make another goaltender look like an all-time great. But the Devils, with their never-say-die attitude, as we've seen, they show fight to the very end, and they teased us a little bit. We get to the third period late. Devils down low, dominating the gameplay. Merzlikins making tons of saves. He ends up on his back, and the puck comes out in front to Luke, and he just rips it upstairs over everything going on there. Finally getting the Devils on the board, cutting the Columbus lead to 3-1 at 17:10. Luke's second of the season, unassisted. And now I'm like, oof, we got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. The whole third period was just Devils domination. The Blue Jackets just in complete survival. But Luke's second at 17:10, and we're like, all right, maybe we'll make this interesting. And the ultimate tease did happen. The ultimate tease did happen at 18:35. Jack throws one towards net. Timo with the tip in front with a lot of bodies. Finds the back of the net. Timo's 11th. From Jack and Luke Hughes, the brothers Hughes with the assists. Columbus's lead cut to 3-2 at 18:35, and now there's a minute 25 left, and I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy, on the hometown broadcast, Dano was like telling Sal in the booth, he's like, I got to stand up now. I was getting fired up as well. I really thought the way the Devils were just dominating, especially in that last 5 or 6 minutes of the period, it seemed like our destiny to complete a miraculous comeback. But it wasn't meant to be. A minute 25 left, Allen on the bench. And shortly after, Devils looking to come up the ice. Jack goes to skate it up. He gets knocked off the puck. And then Monahan just has to beat the Luke Hughes playing goalie Luke Hughes back there trying to play goalie. Monahan rips into the empty net, giving Columbus the 4-2 lead at 18:50. That is how the game would end. And, oh, man, what a tease. What a tease. They scored those 2 goals super late. It looked like we were going to really have at least a solid crack at tying it late, and it really never even got close because of, Jack getting knocked off the puck before he even entered the zone. I was really looking forward to a nail-biting finish, but it wasn't meant to be. Jack got knocked off. They score, and that's it. The miraculous comeback attempt cut short, and an extremely painful loss. The Devils did dominate the second and third periods, and it's unfortunate. I can't get too down on the team. They played well, generated a ton of shots, had their chances. Merzlikins was the difference, and he won the game for the Blue Jackets. If the Devils continue to play like they did last night, they're going to get way more wins than losses, guys. You can't win them all, and it sucks when you lose like that. It really does, but nothing has changed for me. This team is very good. You've seen the improvement. They've had a very solid month of December. The team's just looking very different, and, we didn't get the result last night, but that's all right. We're back at it Saturday against the Pens. We go to the game stats. Devils with 42 shots on goal to Columbus's 20. Faceoffs very close. Devils with 49.2% of the faceoffs to 50.8% for Columbus. Devils 0 for 1 on the power play. Columbus 1 for 2 on the power play. Devils with 19 hits. Columbus with 15 hits. Devils 8 block shots. Got to get that up. 8 block shots is not nearly enough. Columbus with 24 block shots. Devils with 22 giveaways. Columbus with 16 giveaways. Devils with 8 takeaways. And Columbus with 2 takeaways. And it's going to sting, guys. It's really going to sting. Super unfortunate. Another goalie with a great outing tonight. But of the 42 shots, 13 were from Jack Hughes. 13 shots on goal. It's insane. Jack was flying all over the place. Had a great game despite not being able to finish. Was just out there making defenders look foolish and generating chances. 13 shots for him and 6 shots for Luke Hughes. 19 of 42 shots on goal were from the brothers Hughes. Great games for both of them, both logging a ton of minutes as the Devils were trailing in the third, obviously. Desperate for offense. Jack Hughes finishes with 25 minutes and 5 seconds, and Luke Hughes finishes with 26-26. I mean, wow. What machines these kids are. They're brothers Hughes, guys. Enjoy them. Hopefully they're both here very long term. We'll see what happens with Luke's deal. I fully expect he signs and he's here for a while. These guys are insane. Great skaters, great vision, great passing, great hockey players, and they're going to be part of this nucleus for a very long time. Hopefully a nucleus that sees the New Jersey Devils win their 4th franchise Stanley Cup. But overall, it's a painful one. It's a painful one. You hate to lose games like this. We made Merzlikins look like an all-time great, and these games happen. And now they got to get back on the horse and get ready because we have 2 massive divisional games on tap. Saturday night, back at the Rock against Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. That's going to be a great one. And then the last game before the holiday break, Monday the 23rd at 1 o'clock, a matinee against the New York Rangers, a game in which Matt Rempe is expected to play in. Matt Rempe is expected to be in the lineup for the New York Rangers. And first I got to take care of the Penguins. I mean, the Penguins are no slouch. They're having a little bit of a down year, but as I say, it feels like every single show now that because of the parity in the NHL, any team is capable of beating any team on any given night. And you've seen it even with the Devils throughout the year. People are shocked, like, how do they beat the Panthers twice on their home ice and the Hurricanes, then lose to teams like the Sharks and the Blue Jackets? And the reality is, hockey, any team can win on any night. It really, I mean, that goes for every sport, but more so in hockey because the goalie alone is a massive X factor. You saw it tonight. The Devils dominated the majority of the game, completely dominated the Blue Jackets. Merzlikins in net was the X factor, and he stole the game. And that could happen. That is part of hockey. But the Pens right now, let's take a look where the Penguins are. Through 34 games, they're 15, 14, and 5 with 35 points, a .515 points percentage, which is not too good. But again, better than a lot of other teams in the league, including the Flyers and Rangers, and the Blue Jackets, who we lost to tonight. They're going to be trying to fight for that wild card spot. They're right there, chasing a wild card. They were seemingly out of it much earlier, but they're not going down without a fight. They have some great players on their roster, obviously Sid and Malkin. These guys are never easy to just beat. And we're going to see them Saturday, and then the Rangers just in a complete free fall. Who even knows what's going on with them? I enjoy seeing the misery of Rangers fans just because of the long history of the back and forth with them over the years, especially living in northern New Jersey and dealing with them my whole childhood, till now. But the two big games, and I would love to see the New Jersey Devils come out with 2 wins in these division games. These are 2 huge games, and we need all the points we could get, guys, and we need to keep these teams from getting points. I'm hoping the Devils are still in contention for the division down the stretch. I fully expect that they will. But shout out to everyone that came to the Post-Postgame Live. A lot of the Doomers were out in full force. I still love this hockey team, guys. I'm not going to be changed by one, painful loss. It was a painful loss the way we lost, but they've been playing great. I mean, what more do you really want? So far in the month of December, the boys are 5-2-1, which is 688 points percentage hockey. Sign me up all day. 688 points percentage in December, considering some of the teams we've played. I mean, I'll take it any day. Hopefully they finish out the calendar year strong. And once we head into the new year, that's when it really starts to ratchet up a little bit. Once you get through January and then February, now it's, you're approaching playoff time. It is crazy. It seemed like just yesterday I was making videos in August talking about, it's almost September and it's almost, training camp and preseason. I mean, wow, the months have flown by, and here we are on the precipice of 2025, and your New Jersey Devils are looking like a much improved club from last year. We have so much to be thankful for, and this team is going to be a treat to watch in the playoffs. Hopefully Markey gets back to his A game consistently. He's been on fire as of late. Would love to see him just continue to dominate, and it's going to be a fun season, guys. Strap in. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait till April. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. Let me know what you thought about this game in the comments. Let me know about anything I said in this video in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the upcoming games this weekend and on Monday. Anything, everything Devils hockey, throw it out there in the comments. I enjoy talking to all of you. I'll be back soon. Tons of stuff in the works as always. If you're newer to the channel, poke around. There's a bunch of great videos in the past week or two with different topics covered. So check those out if you haven't seen it yet. And that's it. I'll be back soon. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.